I made this shirt and today I'm going to show you guys how I did the gathering at the bottom of the shirt. The first thing you're going to want to do is change your thread to a different color that doesn't match your fabric. It's going to make your life so much easier later on, and you're also going to set your stitch length to the highest stitch length possible. Now you're going to straight stitch without back stitching in the front or the end, and you're going to go ahead and sew on both sides of your seam allowance. So for instance, mine is a 1/2 inch, so I'm going to go ahead and sew a line on the 1/4 inch seam allowance and then on 3/4 inch seam allowance, leaving me space in the middle for my 1/2 inch seam allowance. Once you're done doing that, like I said, since you didn't backstitch, you should have these free floating threads, and you're just going to take the bobbin end and you're going to hold tension with one hand, and with the other hand you're going to start pulling the fabric to create that gathering look. You basically want to gather until it reaches the entire length of the other piece of the project that you're connecting it to. So this is what mine looks like. Now you're going to pin your pieces together and sew on your seam allowance, and if we did the measurements correctly, none of those threads that we just sewed on should get in the way of your seam allowance. Once I finish sewing that to the bodice, you can see me removing the black thread, and like I said, just having a different color thread makes it so much easier, and you can actually just pull this thread out in one piece, and you can use this for hand stitching or anything like that in the future. Once you remove everything, you're just going to serge and press like normal, and that's basically how I did the gathers on the shirt, and if you want to see the entire process, it's on my YouTube now.